pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On second down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw is Bradford. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Remain in a scoreless first half. More from the desert after this. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Gotta hurry.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk This is a big decision here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Breeze on 3rd down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Christian Kirk deep to return it. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Hey, gotta hurry, gotta hurry. You got 4. You got 4. Here we go, 5-5.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Turbo.
Final play of the half. Bradford, he sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Monday. Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there. Turbo.
First down, Bradford. Caught by Nelson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. A second down throw for Bradford. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Bradford on first down. And Gresham has it left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Monday. 3 down, Mark. 3 down. Here we go. 5-2.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Ingram. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept their minute by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
36.
To throw is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Bradford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of vets fighting each other there for a Cardinal first down. Bradford to Fitzgerald. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Turbo.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Bradford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Bradford now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing here, Bradford. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Bradford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Bradford finding Nelson for an Arizona first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
There we go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They'll just have this.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a drop on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my hairstyle. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hairstyle. Too late, you already there. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the New York Giants. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Turbo. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Second down, Bradford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Golden in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. On 3rd and long, it's Manning on the move to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From midfield, here's Manning. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Manning now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the hit. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 29 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Nelson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Bradford now. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 45, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now Stewart on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Play action. Manning. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Gotta hurry. Three down.
On 1st and 10, Bradford buying time to his left. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Turbo.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Turbo.
Bradford now to throw on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
There we go. Stop right there.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A first down throw for Bradford. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals! J.J. Nelson, 32 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Dawson tacks on the point after. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. To throw is Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry. Monday.
They'll run it with Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Final play of the half, Bradford. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. A Giant 1st down, Manning to an open Beckham.
Zebra.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Marcus Golden in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Steps away. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Manning now to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Turbo. One day.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradford. Caught by Nelson Wilson. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
One day.
A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Johnson able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on second down. Bradford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious of what he... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Damon Harrison, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And some room to maneuver.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Bradford. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Connor Barwin in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they're able to one past the 30 down to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Here we go, 5-5. Check. Here we go, 5-5.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Now Manning looking deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
To throw, Bradford. And Gresham has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Johnson running right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready? Here we go, 5-5.
They get it to him running left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw, Manning. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Bradford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Bradford, wow, he's going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
4 down. Monday. Check 31. He's checking. Here we go, 5-2. Check 99. Check 99. 30. Here we go, 3 down.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Check 93 is the mic. Hey, check. 3 down, look. 3 down. Check 93 is the mic.
Now Bradford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.